What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KingSupreme. Back in the video, they got the complete compilation of Larry Bird's greatest stories told by NBA players and legends part uno. Now if you're new here, welcome to the channel, homies. Just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you want to see more bangers from your boy, you feel me? Cause the grind never stops. But hey, do we have a banger today, bro? More of my dog Larry Bird, the homie Larry, bro. Larry Legend, whatever you wanna call it, the GOAT, but whatever you wanna call it, bro. That's the dude right there. My dog Larry, bro. So much respect for this guy, bro. And we have the complete, so it's gonna be all the great stories, everything. But part one, bro. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a lot in this video. So hey, we gotta get tuned in, bro. Get your popcorn, get your Fritos, get your chicken, get your cereal, get whatever you got on deck, bro. Because we about to get locked into a GOAT, and we're gonna see the great stories and everything that that transpired throughout his career, but told by the legends themselves, bro. Can we get any better than this, bro? We've seen a lot of the stories, bro, but hey, this is the complete compilation, bro. Let's get tuned in. Please let me know more Larry Bird videos I should get to in the comments, because I get to more and more, and I'm gonna get to some highlights for sure as well. But let's get straight into this one. Don't want to talk your head off. Let's go, bro.
Welcome to the complete collection of Larry Bird's greatest stories. The first episode of this series was an episode on Kobe Bryant, the complete collection of Kobe Bryant's greatest stories. If you haven't seen it or you did miss the upload, feel free to watch it on the channel. But the amount of support on that video was incredible, and I really just want to thank all of you guys
for you, my guy.
Support. Yeah. Kobe was someone who meant a lot to me, as he did for, I'm sure, all of you guys too.
Yeah.
And hopefully that video did him justice.
Yeah.
Today we're looking at Larry Bird's greatest stories. And because these videos take such a long time to make, the only thing that I ask is that if you enjoy this video, you can please hit that like button, subscribe if you do enjoy the videos because it does help my channel out, and also comment down below who would you like to see for episode 3. We've done Kobe, this is Larry Bird, which player should I do next? Without further ado, welcome to the complete collection of Larry Bird's greatest stories.
Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. Yeah, that was a tough night, man.
And he would tell you to play and catch it over there and shoot it.
Larry Bird, he was not a nice guy.
He talked to everybody. He was talking trash all the time, man. But fun.
He was talking that talk.
Time out, and he turned around and looked at me and said, "I'm gonna score right here on you."
And he came back out and hit about 10 in a row on me. And the last one was left-handed. And he asked me if my mother was watching.
It just came out.
And we never shook hands for 13 years.
Wait, what? 13 years? Sheesh. Dominique was a dog with it though. But yo, this already seems like it's about to be a movie. But we need to get tuned in, bro. But hey, let me know y'all favorite Larry Bird story in the comments, bro. You feel me? But we're gonna see how this video is for sure.
Only at OldNavy.com.
Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. That was a tough night, man. The biggest argument that night is, well, you only scored 6 on me.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans.
You were playing the Hawks, and it was one of those times they were playing some home games down in New Orleans.
In New Orleans, I'll never forget that game. He was so hot, he started shooting threes with his left hand.
And it was in a neutral site, and I know that Larry was always telling the ball boys, hey, go find out the scoring record. As he was getting taped on the tape table, he would always say, hey, go find out the scoring record in this gym.
Wow. Going into that game, I thought there might be a ray of sunshine, because one of the bellmen told me that he had heard that Larry and a couple of his teammates may have gotten in a little bit late the night before. So I was saying, hey, maybe Larry won't have a real good night.
Bird, the bomb. Bird, the fall away. Bird out of the left corner. The bomb is good.
Larry not having a great night.
Larry had a hot hand is an understatement without question.
He was calling shots off the glass. Who's next? Where you want this one from?
and he just made one after another. When he got to about the 55th point, you knew it was something special. Even as a player, that usually doesn't happen, but we were down so much at the time. You had time.
The coldest player.
The game
was so cold.
We're on the free throw line, and he's like, he literally says, left side over across the three, and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
Yeah, that was the one game that I think he tortured Dominique. He saw Dominique, this up-and-coming player, and he just tortured him mentally. That game, he tortured all of them.
I mean, it was mind-blowing.
There's nothing you can do.
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And, yeah, and so it was a bad night.
It's going to be a three, and it's going to be awful deep. And then he said, who wants it? And I think Ricky Brown, I'm not for sure who it was, ran out after him. And he shot this high rainbow. It goes in. Ricky bumps into him and accidentally knocks him on our trainer's lap. So it was exactly what he said.
Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think.
And Eddie Johnson for celebrating.
Celebrating Bird.
Yeah,
I would have done the same thing, bro.
Every time I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever.
I'd have been like, hey,
you didn't have.
I don't know.
You watched.
You could find me whatever, bro.
And just went. With a
they witnessed in history, bro. I would have been like, it's Larry, bro. I would have been going crazy, bro. I would have jumped up and down, bro. I would have been swinging my fist. I would have dabbed him up, bro. I don't care, bro. I do not care. If I was in others, I would have dabbed him up, bro. I would have given him a hand, bro. But he deserves that respect, man.
I rewound the celebration 20 times. He just kept not the shot. He just kept rewinding it, showing the guys. You remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah, that was Eddie Johnson. Yeah. Eddie Johnson falls off the bench.
Eddie Johnson, just like me.
I mean, everybody was entertained by this. Even the guys on the Atlanta bench.
They got fined for that, I heard.
Yeah. Watch the reactions on the Atlanta bench.
Up there laughing. Yeah, when you get
watch Cliff Levingston. Come over here. I think this is Cliff.
And our film session was 20 minutes of that.
Larry, put on a show that night, and I mean, just to get the whole Atlanta bench going crazy on some of the shots that he was making down the stretch is a pretty good indication. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before.
Nah, for real.
We never shook hands for 13 years.
You at the three-point competition, walking in the locker room. Who's playing? Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I was so bad.
Yeah, when you walked in and asked who was going to get second place in the three-point contest, when you walked in there, what were you thinking when you made that announcement to the room? Just messing with all those guys like you always did.
I had no clue. I never really practiced. Me and Danny used to shoot some before we went out there. Everybody's sitting there. Everybody's real quiet.
My dog said didn't even practice. Wow.
But you never were around.
Yeah. Three-point contest at the All-Star break. And Larry walks in and says, I hope all you guys in here are thinking about second place because I'm winning this. Excuse me?
Excuse me.
Who were some of the guys in the competition at that time when you walked in?
The fuck did you say?
Come on, Coach, you know.
No, I don't really remember.
Dale Ellis.
Yeah, Dale. What's
Hodges?
The kid that's Yeah, Hodges.
Leon Wood.
And I'm sitting
damn, Reggie knew that whole lineup.
It was a great three-point shooter. Larry Bird comes in last.
And nobody's really saying anything, so I walk in and look around, and it just came out.
He says,
who's coming in second? You already know who's going to win this.
I never like, bro, we already know what the deal is. Like, we already know what the deal is.
I said, oh, man, these guys.
Like, why y'all here?
And I got lucky because I almost got beat in the first round.
But what was the reaction after you said that? Like, oh, that's just Larry Legend, or did it get dead silence in there?
It was silence. I think they were a little nervous.
I like
wow.
it.
I think they were nervous.
I would have been shaking them off boots, but
you know what? That's just part of the competition.
You see Larry finishing off. Look at that smooth rhythm. The shot, one step back, pick it up, the shot. Back and forth. He is like a machine, and the results are almost like a machine.
He took off his top yet. I didn't see when he took off his top.
I love Jordan.
It's hard to shoot after Bird get 23.
And then the walk off with your hand up. I mean, come on, Coach. Come on.
Well,
I was struggling in that final round in Chicago. I know that. And I just got hot there the last 2.5 racks. You know, when you're shooting them, you don't know what the score is.
Right.
But I had a feeling by the way the crowd was going, I had to make the last one. And when I let it go, I felt it was, you know, sometimes you shoot them, you think they're going in, they don't. But that one there looked perfect all the way. So if it would have bounced out, I would have felt like an idiot. But it went in, I got lucky and got the check and went home.
Hey, that's skill right there, my boy. That's skill right there, my boy.
The buzzer with the 2-point ball. 17-15. Defends the long-distance shootout crowd at Chicago.
He is that guy. He is that guy.
Ainge, I think we're both in the 3-point contest together, and Larry won the contest. And then one day we got on the bus, and we were on the bus for a few minutes, and Larry said to Ainge, he goes, "Hey, Danny," and Danny goes, "Yeah, Larry." He goes, "Who's the 3-point king?"
Who's the 3?
Your puppy depends on.
Who the 3-point king? He said say it, bro. He said I want to hear you say it, bro. I want to hear you say it. Oh my God, Larry, bro. I love the confidence. I love everything, bro. People call it arrogance, bro. I call it confidence. That's that goat. That's that goat talk, bro. You feel me? Only goats know about that, bro. You feel me, bro? That's why Larry top 5 easy, bro. Top 5 easy all time, bro. No question, bro. Put some respect on his name, bro. I know some people don't even got him in their top 10, bro. Put some the disrespect to a goat, bro. What disrespect? Come on,
Larry Bird. He was not a nice guy.
Back then when we flew commercial, we didn't fly private. We played in a Tuesday night game in Cleveland.
Matter of fact, there was one game in Cleveland.
And he told me where he was going and where he was going to shoot.
Nah, I won't hear about it.
Okay.
I won't hear about it.
He was 92.
He said, let me tell you.
91-92 season.
Let me tell you.
And we was playing the Boston Celtics. It was Bird, McHale, Parrish, the great 3, Ainge, and we was up 1. Okay.
Where he was having a pretty rough first half, and in the old days in Cleveland, you walked off the court the same way at halftime, and I kind of puffed up on him and walked beside him and was like, "Yeah, you're 1 for 10." I was like, "That's defense, you know," and he just kind of looked at me and said, "There's 2 halves." And he came back out and hit about 10 in a row on me.
And we was up 1.
He said, "Yeah, hit about 10 in a row." Okay. Yep. Yep.
He said,
I learned my lesson.
"Who's guarding me as we come out of timeout?" Now remember, I'm a rookie because Price is out because he hurt. Right. He says, "Who's guarding me?" I says, "Craig Elo." He says, "Why you got that white boy on me?" "Don't put no white boy on me."
He said that was the most...
Now remember, Larry Bird is white. Right.
Larry Bird is white.
And the last one was left-handed, and he asked me if my mother was watching.
I think the story that sums up Larry the best was we had a game on Wednesday.
That might be the coldest line.
Snowstorm hits Cleveland. We're at the airport at 7 in the morning. Flight's canceled at 7. It's canceled at 8. It's canceled at 9. It's canceled at 10. Canceled at 11, 12. We finally leave about 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon. We fly up to New Jersey. Now the storm has kind of moved into Jersey. And the bus driver says, "Well, I can't get to the hotel into the arena. I can only go to one place." Well, we had a game that night. We go to the arena. So we get to the arena, and I mean, we're dragging. And we're sitting around the locker room, and, and everybody's kind of, we're tired. And, and all of a sudden, the coach gives a little bit of a speech of, "Come on, man, guys, we're playing basketball. Let's get ready to go." And Larry stands up, and Larry says, a couple other few choice words, and he says, "I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to take it out on their rear ends." So I was like, "Oh, all right, so let's go." So we go on the floor. Albert King's sitting there. Larry walks up to Albert King and goes, "Don't take this butt whooping personally. I've been eating hot dogs all day." And then Albert King looks at him like, "You've been eating hot dogs all day? What's that got to do with me?" And we went out and just hammered him. I mean, we terrorized him. And that was Larry. There was no excuses. I mean, he just played. And I tell you, that was just his competitive nature. But a day when you fly all day and eat hot dogs in the airport, especially was Albert's look on his face like,
the jet lag is crazy.
What does that do with me?
Off jet lag too, bro. Like, that's crazy.
I still love the Xavier McDaniel story.
Anybody better than Larry Bird? No, Larry's probably the best trash talker. But the best thing about Larry now,
He's so buttoned down now. He's just like, I didn't do that. That guy lied. He was a
He said, "Stop the cap." He said, "Stop the cap." Stop the
I
cap.
haven't heard much of him, any stories about him talking trash, and he's so quiet.
Yes.
Just every other time, and I never got to play on the court or see. But can you tell a story like
I'd say one of my, there's a million of them, but one of my favorite ones is, we're playing Phoenix, and we're way ahead, okay? The Celtics were playing the Suns, and we're down in the old Saddle Dome that they had outside. Right. And Larry, we're playing good as a team. Larry has the worst fourth quarter known to man. I mean, he's throwing the ball to the other team. I'm like, good Lord, we had like a 15-point lead. Next thing you know, we're down 2. And I'm like, how in the world are we going to lose this game, man?
So we have a play, out of bounds play. I'm taking it out, and Larry says, I'm going to bust off the play, and I'm just going to come out, and I'm going to shoot a 3. And I'm like...
And Larry says, I'm going to bust the play. I'm going to shoot a 3. And I'm like, Bertie, this is getting to overtime. I'm going to Rob. We need to get into overtime, man. Trying to get this ship right because we're sinking, man.
Celtics are down by 2 points, and Bird is out by the 3-point line, and he's being guarded by a guy named Johnny High. And Johnny High is sort of backing away from Bird, and Bird says,
"Don't do that.
Hey, Johnny.
Don't do that.
You better come up and guard me a little closer. I'm just going to get the ball and shoot a 3.
Right.
Game's over."
Larry not only tells me that, he walked by the bench and says, typical Birdie, just real slow.
So he tells the Phoenix bench, he tells the coaches, yeah, I'm just fixing to bust a 3 on you guys and just go home. I'm tired of this.
I'm tired of this shit.
Fixing to bust a 3 on your guys and go home.
And, Johnny High sort of smiles and laughs about it.
And so he breaks the play.
And then the ball comes into Bird. He just turns around and shoots it perfectly.
Shoots the ball. As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, "Told you so!" Running the locker room.
I love him.
He looks at the bench and goes, "Told you so!"
I love him.
Unreal, bro.
As he's walking off, he puts an arm on Johnny High's shoulder and he goes, "Johnny, I told you to come out and guard me."
That was Birdie. He had the confidence, man. That dude had so much confidence. He talked to the coaches. He talked to everybody. He was talking trash all the time, man. But fun. Great competitor, man.
And I just started laughing. I was like, oh, man. It's just one of those ones where he just kind of, he has such supreme confidence. And it was just, but that's the one when you were back in and Larry went in and said, well,
pointed right
I won
at
the
him.
game in the first 3 quarters, and I lost it in the third quarter, and the fourth quarter, excuse me. Then I won it at the end. He goes, my record tonight is 2-1. And we all just kind of laughed.
They're right though. The confidence is crazy, bro. Like the confidence is just he had uber, still has uber confidence, bro. I love it, bro. These stories are so cool, bro. So crazy, bro. That's that dog Bird, bro. You feel me? And this is just part uno. Like what, bro? I ain't prepared, bro. I'm not prepared, bro. It's about to be some fun, bro. Hope y'all having a good time because I'm having a blast right now. You feel me? Comment down below what's your favorite story in this video so far, and comment down below what's your favorite all-time story of Bird in general. Let's get it.
Bird used to tell people, I remember he told me a story about Xavier McDaniel. He said,
X-Man, yeah.
X, I'm going to get the ball right here. I'm going to shoot a jumper right in your face.
It was a tie game. They had the ball, and DJ was stalling the basketball. And Larry was kind of standing outside behind him, like denying him the ball. And they called a timeout. And he turned around and looked at me and said, I'm going to score right here on you. And I said, I know you will. I'll be ready.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play, Celtics basketball.
During the timeout, I'm going through a play, and about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? That's Larry. When he wants the ball, he wants the ball. After the timeout, we walked back on the court, and then Xavier was guarding. So he tells Xavier, he says, I'm getting the ball.
And Larry said, I'm going to get it right here.
Yeah, I'm getting the ball.
I'm going to shoot it in your face. He hit it and looked at me and he was like, damn, I didn't even leave nothing on the clock.
He shot a shot right in my face.
I just looked back and the ball just went in, hit all net. And he said, I told you so.
X-Man.
He was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock.
In his eye.
0 seconds on the clock. I walked back to the sideline like, dang.
Now, a lot of people don't know this. You probably know this, Dan, but Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? You know, they thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against. And he told me two things one game. You know, our rotations, double teaming Kevin McHale always had to rotate to the corner, and Larry Bird was the one shooting it. You know, so he shot one, and I mean, I'm trying to block this shot, and he would just tell me, Scott, you're a little too late. You know, a little too late.
Too late.
So we playing them in the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there in that corner. He said, they're going to set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out. He
This
said,
is the
I'm gonna go right
Lakers.
over, and he's telling us to play.
James Worthy,
He's
bro.
telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, I'm going to go right over to that corner, and I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the
James
game or win the
fucking
game,
Worthy.
whatever the case may be.
Like, he's not doing it like James Worthy, Magic Johnson, but he's telling, like, bro, what? This goes to show that confidence just knew he could just do it on anybody, bro.
Either Danny or
DJ,
the late great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out, the man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me? It's my Larry Bird story.
Larry Beasy.
Shake his hand. I'm a rookie. I'm playing against the Boston Celtics in the Boston Garden. I'm gonna shake. And Larry put both hands behind his back. He wouldn't shake my hand. I said, okay, he's just getting into the game. The first play of the game, he said, you don't even belong in the league, Holmes. And he shoots a three. Now, I wasn't mad that he made the three. But I said, there's something, this called me Holmes.
He did. That's Larry Legend. That's Larry Legend.
And he came down and did it again, so I'm pissed, you know. So next time down,
what you gonna do about it?
Breaking that pitch, and I jump up and I throw it down on him. I mean, he fouls me. And he said, hey, Rook, I like you. You got heart.
Ooh.
He said, I like you.
I think I saw that, but I don't remember them saying he dunked on him after. Yo. Okay, Dominique, holding your ground. Larry respects that.
And he came down and did it again, so I'm pissed, you know. So next time
Look
down,
at this dunk, y'all. Look at
breaking
this.
that pitch, and I jump
Look at this,
up
y'all. Look at this.
and I throw it down
Watch
on him.
this.
I mean, he fouls me.
Look at this.
And he said, hey, Rook, I like you. You got heart. He said, I like you. You got heart. But I'm still getting 30 on you tonight. So, but I'm still getting 30 on your ass.
The goat.
I mean, that's who he was.
Didn't Bird shoot left-handed for an entire game against Portland?
Larry told all of us and the media,
My dog was
tomorrow night's
ambidextrous.
the last game of the trip, I'm going to play this one left-handed.
I remember because I was
Or was
there.
he? Like, was he really
It was
ambidextrous
that
or no?
time when
Because if he wasn't, I know. Actually, no, I could never. I'm right-handed. I could never. It feels just so awkward to shoot with my other hand, bro. Like, it just feels awkward trying to shoot with my other hand. Like, I don't know how he did it.
I was still coming off the bench, and so he scored the first 8 points of the game left-handed, and Jerome Kersey was guarding him at the time, and I remember this because we had a great trash-talking team. I mean, we had ML Carr, we had McHale, we had Bird, we had
They was just talking shit.
You know, Ainge was
talking shit all game,
I mean,
bro.
we just. We had guys with great creativity with that, and I'll never forget it. McHale yells out, "Hey Jerome, wait till you start shooting right-handed." You know, I mean, but look, you're talking about one of the great, obviously great players, great competitors.
The GOAT.
Bird was a great artist too.
The GOAT.
Who's got Larry Bird stories? Brad Daugherty told me this story when he was like second year in the league and they were in the playoffs against the Celtics. Down one, Larry Bird catches the ball in a deep corner and he steps back for a three. And before he takes the three, he's like, oh wow, he's going for the win. He's not going for the tie.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out of Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump.
And he head fakes him.
And as I go by, him, he tells me, he says, fly, Bird.
And as he head fakes him, now it's 3-2, he hits him on the butt with the ball. And then he shoots it at the buzzer. And the confidence that hit him on the butt as he flew by him trying to block a shot.
And I go right by him, he shoots the ball.
Hold up, but was that Kenny with hair, bro? Bro, what? Hold up, bro. Am I tweaking?
And then he shoots it at the buzzer. And the confidence that hit him on the butt as he flew by him.
Bro, when was this? Look at Kenny, bro. Okay, the little fadey. Okay, Kenny. Okay. I'm like,
And
what?
I go right by him. He shoots the ball. It's nothing but nylon.
But Bird, we know it goated, bruh. Another great story.
I remember the time when Larry got on the roll, started shooting the balls. Every shot was going in.
Goodbye, she's gone. I guess the 2-pointer was too close.
When he runs by the bench, he goes, "That's a heat check." Just see how hot I am. Right? He runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, "Hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me?" He goes, "So nobody out here can." Frank looks down at the bench and goes, "No."
He said, no. Is this thing on? I don't think so. What a goat, bro. Oh man, it's about to end, bro. I want like 20 more minutes.
Beyond an acute awareness of his own commercial potential, Bird waged psychological warfare at the drop of a ball.
The 84 Olympic team was playing an exhibition game against a bunch of pros, including Larry Bird, and they were in the warm-ups. And a ball bounced down from the college end of the court to the pro end. And Michael Jordan went down to chase it. The ball happened to be picked up by Larry Bird. And Michael went up a few feet away from Larry Bird and held out his hands. And Bird took the ball and fired it back down the court over Jordan's head.
My games.
As if to say, you're not only not getting this ball, I don't give a damn who you are. Larry Bird knows exactly who this guy is and what's going to happen in the next few years. And he wants to get every edge he can get right now.
But Bird didn't talk trash to you.
Oh my God, Bird talked trash to everybody.
But didn't he? Did he get to a point where he had respect for you?
I always tell this story about Larry Bird. I remember him. He was cursing under his breath, and I asked him, I said, "Larry, what's going on with you?" He says, "You guys are being disrespectful to me." And I says,
This one always cracks me. This one always cracks me up.
He says, "You guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful."
Wait, who's the white guy you put on him?
I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. But he says, "It's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me."
Here he was out there with a quarter of black guys out there talking trash with him, and the rest of the fellas are sitting there going, "Hey, the boy, man, what can you say?"
I remember we were playing Washington in Washington one night, and Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot, but KC called timeout.
It won't count. It does not count. Boston had called a timeout.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset. He looks at the bench and says, "Hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot, and I'm going to kick it in." He told Washington, "I'm going to get the ball."
2 seconds left. The Bullets by 1.
Imagine hitting 2 game winners.
Aims to Bird. He gets a good shot, and the Celtics win it. Boy, this is something else. Incredible.
Imagine hitting 2 game winners.
Wins it at the buzzer.
In the same game.
How many people you know would talk to the other team like this and say, "I'm going to stick it in your face"?
In last year's playoffs, Person was out to make Bird eat his words while adding a few choice comments of his own.
First time I touched the ball, my very first game, he said, "Shoot the ball, rookie. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it." I said, "Okay, I'll shoot it." Wow, like that, and it went in. I said, "Don't ever tell me to shoot the ball. I shoot it every time." And from then on, it's been a battle from last security.
Chuck Person, he definitely has his reputation. During the playoffs, he just went AWOL.
Chuck and Larry down low, greeting one another once again.
Oh, he has caught fire. And look at Bird. Person didn't dare look at him.
Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while and we always have run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and you would like to help the channel out, please hit that like button to show your support. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoy these types of videos. There will be a lot of videos coming out shortly, similar to this one. And comment down below a player that you would like to see an episode of this series on. Lastly, here are 2 videos I think you would really enjoy. And with that said, it's been your boy Nick Smith. I am out. Peace.
Hope y'all enjoyed that video. More videos dropping soon. What else can I say? Larry is GOAT. We all know this, bro. But hey, bro, it's just I can't help but smile by looking at these stories, bro, or watching these stories, man. Hey, What a GOAT, bro, in his element, bro. Let me know how y'all felt about it. Let me know what your favorite story is in the comments. And hey, let me know what video I should get to next. Yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. But like, comment, subscribe, share if you want to see more videos. Instagram's on the bottom of the screen, also in the description. If you want to hit me up, DM me, message me, do all that shit so I can keep on spamming these videos out for you. I appreciate y'all so much for watching. It's your boy, King Supreme. I'll catch y'all next time, homies.